Well, hey folks, ep.7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 17. And we are here. Is that actually doing that? Am I missing? I missed some. On the Platinum map. And I have decided, well, thanks to some suggestions in the comments, that if there's not enough grass field, well, let's just make some. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just trimming this edge off, because this is going to be the outside edge of the field. So, I don't know why I thought it would be good to make it more difficult to do this. Because I finished the baling yesterday, and oh, we did way better than the first time. We got one extra bale. So yeah, I've got a grand total now of 11 bales. So yeah, not exactly a huge amount. And although we don't have any cattles or such yet, it's not going to amount to anything if we can't feed them and bed them when we do get them. So. And as money is still limited, I went to the Massey Pack once again, because if you're looking for good, inexpensive equipment, that big Massey Pack by Black Sheep is certainly the one to use. Yeah, I thought we'd scratch ourselves out a fair-sized meadow here. And since the plow does quite handily take care of all of the various bushes and such, should do quite well for our tasks. Go. And we are just about ready to roll into the next day here as well, but I thought I'd get a good start on this first. It would be nice to have a much larger plow to do this, of course, but hey, we don't. And I don't have the gear to haul a much larger plow, so I think we're pretty much stuck with this little 2-meter guy. That's okay. In its own way, it's certainly going to do the job for us. There we go. It's going to take a little bit of work. That was really neat too, is it was very, very sunny during the day towards evening here. Well, evening, it's only 4:30 in the afternoon in the game. But as it clouded over, I noticed the wind actually picked up. I thought that was really cool. Now maybe I've never noticed it in normal farm sim play, because we don't tend to have a lot of these small bushes around. But, yeah, pretty much as soon as it clouded over, I noticed that all of the bushes were getting rather vigorous in their wiggle mode. So, well, that's pretty cool. Maybe we've actually got a storm coming in. It doesn't seem to have deteriorated much further, though, so I don't think we're going to get any rain. Looks like it's just a bit of a cloudy, windy day, and that's fine, too. Yeah, square this off a little bit. There we go. This will be a good start. Once I get this corner taken care of, we can get back to doing some straight lines. I still really like this process, and I think it would be nice to see some maps released that are more in the vein of like the hard-working map and that sort of thing. And where you start with maybe one prepared field cut, and then anything else from there you make yourself. I think it's a really neat concept, and I like when it is shows up that way. But hey, thanks to the magic of allow create field, as poor as it may be for grammar, yeah, we can do that anyway. So I got my YouTube payment last night. Went into my PayPal account. Close to 60 videos, 38 hours of work. And, well, put it this way. It's a good thing I don't smoke, because it wouldn't buy me a pack of cigarettes. Yeah. Yeah, they're managing. Oddly enough, the two videos I put up last night, one was a farming simulator, the other was an ARPG, the Grim Dawn Ashes of Melmoth. The farming simulator video got flagged. So, it's, I don't know. I'm either, my channel is stuck in some sort of a YouTube hell or something where I'm just doomed to be condemned to no earnings, or pretty much the only other choice is that somebody is ragging on my channel. Because I've even tried releasing the upload with no tags at all, no anything, with the thumbnail that YouTube picks, all of that happiness, and still get flagged. So, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's the choice is live with it or don't. And the don't would mean just simply go, well, it's been fun, YouTube, but screw you, I'm out of here. Okay, well, this is going to take us a little while in the dim, fading light of evening. I like that it just disappears, these plants. I don't have to worry about hauling all of this debris. Boy, this is going to be a fair meadow, isn't it? Boy, oh boy. But that's what we're going to need. I will, of course, have to plant this all up, but I do believe our planter will actually cultivate as well, so I'd hoped I could use the subsoiler that we had to do this, but it will not, does not have a create field function, so obviously it is not quite as plowy as I'd hoped. I kind of had my doubts, though. It doesn't look like it's really capable of this sort of a job, where, let's face it, you know, you look at this thing and you go, yeah, there's probably not too much that isn't just going to shred right through. And sure enough, it does exactly that. But hey, it's actually coming along pretty good. Pretty good indeed. And hopefully, once I get this done, I'll be able to advance to tomorrow. and then we'll have our first day of summer, and that should pop our sugar cane. So that's a good thing. What are you guys doing? Crazy kitties. Man, just about took my leg off. It's dangerous around here, I tell you. It is dangerous. Okay. It looks like a lot, but we're actually getting through it pretty darn good. Pretty darn good indeed. There's really not much else I can actually do until I advance the day. Everything that needs worked on is worked on. And without having any animals yet, boy oh boy, do you ever end up with that. Will you guys stop that? I don't know what they're up to, but just about knocking me out of my chair when they go by. Yeah, without animals, you really have a lot of time during the day here. Take that as a hint, kitty. It's actually a little unnerving when I first drop the plow and that red soil comes through, or orange, I guess it is. These things are going to take getting used to. Do you think you are special bush? You are not special bush. So I can't actually get a relatively straight line, and then I'm going to come back and fill in the goofiness in between. If nothing else, it breaks up the monotony. Excellent. There we go. There we go. That straightened that out quite a bit. Lovely. Still didn't exactly lead me a straight row, though. No, it did not. Oh well. We'll get her done, that's the important part. planted, the first toss of fertilizer on there, and hopefully by the end of summer we should have our first crop come through. And I guess to earn us some money, I'm probably going to have to do some missions again off camera here. Alright, so it did leave a little spot there, didn't it? Couple. Oops. No, we'll deal with those. We will deal with those, for sure. And the rest of it's doing well. Oops. Yeah, we're way off again. Ah. That's okay. I'll go back over it when I'm done and get the little wee spots on the edge. Anything that we miss, like that entire row. Oh well. 2-meter plow. Can't expect it to carve out the world. I'm going to try going all the way into this row here. See if we can't level this out once and for all. I'm surprised it's reasonably flat here. It's kind of nice. I'm not sure if this is the field that you guys say you were plowing out for this purpose, but it's the one that I've chosen. And it's a pretty impressive chunk of ground by the time we're done, I'll tell you. Not bad. It's actually going a little quicker than I thought, too. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll just go and touch up those rows when we're done. Should not be a big thing at all. This is coming along surprisingly well, actually. Gotta be really careful when you get the allow create fields. Sometimes a hump in the ground will end up getting skinned by the plow. Because basically anywhere the blades touch, they're allowed to clear ground. So. Good thing this is relatively level. Just a little plop there too, eh? I don't know why. I'm following the other line. Oh. Of course, unfortunately, it's pretty deceptive, isn't it? It really almost looks like it's got a nice 3D to it, but it is definitely not, because you don't feel your tractor drop into those ruts. Which is unfortunate, because that would make it much easier. But it looks pretty good. This should improve my 6-bale limit considerably. See, the plow was only $4,500. So thankfully, we're still doing well enough to afford that. I'm down to 18K. I'm gonna have to, like I said, rock a few more missions here, because we're gonna lose all of our maintenance, etc. tonight. But again, without animals, it's not as much as it normally is. Go. Almost done. As I say, there's just so little else I can do at the moment. This is kind of the go-to thing. So, and I think it's also been, wow, I'm missing huge chunks here. Oh well, let's see. A little bit of going over to clean it up and it should be just fine. That's actually a pretty fat chunk, isn't it? Go. Geez, I'm just not very chatty this morning. Don't know why. There we are. This we have Farmer's Dynasty to look out for in a couple of weeks here. Was going to be released the end of this month, but I see they pushed it back till December 14th. So, not surprised. I mean, I think they probably want to get the robot voices filled in and things like that before they actually release it for public fodder. And hopefully sometime fairly quick here. Again, a big spot mist. We'll get to see the latest updates to the game Trailmakers. If you guys remember that, I did feature it. They've progressed past the alpha demo and are about to go to, as they put it, stage 2. So we should be able to bring that to you shortly as well. So always nice to have some new things to look forward to. Of course, novelty being one of the biggest attractants for people, I think. Of course, it's a double-edged sword because, well, novelty wears off. Oh, and we are so close now. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I suppose I could have evened it off a little down this end, but I may yet. Excuse me. Not that it needs to be a rectangular field for a meadow, or for any crop, I suppose, although, of course, hired helpers do work a little easier on rectangular fields, providing they're not too close together, facing the wrong direction, side by side, too far apart, facing the right direction, or a number of other small, insignificant things. But yeah, I've had a talk with the hired workers, and hopefully they'll, even if they do get a little over-exuberant and do more than one of our fields at a time, yeah, I think I've convinced them that not to at least start driving into the neighbors' fields and doing that, because as much as the neighbors might appreciate it, I'm still paying their wages. And as long as I'm paying the wages, they're staying on my property. Because it almost looked, that Jeep's headlights almost made it look like the road was wet. But, oh, maybe we got all this cloud for a reason. There we go. Getting to be a little less each time as the rows get shorter. Whew, that was a sudden shadow. Oh well. It's almost 5 o'clock. Game time. I guess we can expect it to be getting a little dimmer. I don't think I'm going to seed tonight. I think we will leave that for the morrow. So, seed it first day of summer. Hopefully we'll get a scratch out of it by the last day of summer. That'll make it all worthwhile. But hey, we have ourselves, pretty much, a brand new meadow. Well, I think I will, not the most exciting episode, I do apologize, guys. Like I say, this is just a sort of a day of catch-up to get a few things done while we've got this little break. Because I think we'll be reasonably busy again come tomorrow. So, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, well, you know what to do. If you have suggestions, comments, etc., well, you know what to do there, too. So, till next time, folks, this has been Species 7. Take care of each other. And it's weird the way that just keeps jumping up and down, that shadow. I guess the sun's ducking in and out behind the clouds. That's what's going on. Aha. Alright. Take care, folks. We will catch you all next time.